Member of the NDC legal team, Victor Kojoga Adawudu, has noted that calls for reconsideration of the suspension of Sh0ck Torkornoo by the Ghana Bar Association is late, adding that the processes being adhered to have been provided for in the law. President of the GBA, Fuagati, during the 43rd anniversary of the three murdered High Court judges, pleaded with government to reconsider the suspension of the Chief Justice, who is currently facing a hearing.
If a society we think that we should reconsider the issues, it is left for the committee to come with its recommendation. Then that is when the recommendation would say, in spite of ABCD, we have seen what has been done. Then the president can take a decision on that. But yes, in as much as there must be persuasion, there must be moral issues that are being raised as to rate. The law, we must pay fidelity to the law, the Constitution. And if the Constitution says that that's the process we need to go through, I think we need to go through that process. And I'm sure that from our traditional settings, when issues are there, we learn how to dodge them. Yes, in as much as we are subject to the Constitution, what are we trying to do and trade off? And say, oh, yes, this has happened. This has been what the first time that a Chief Justice is facing such a committee, apart from some superior court judges and high public office-keeping officials, public officials, senior public officials have gone through this. So I think that, yes, the call, but I also feel it has been a bit too late, because when the process, everything was about to go, and the petitions, we heard from the media, there's petition, I think that that should have been the time that we should be able to allow, but we have allowed maybe politics to divide us, polarize us, as to the same process that had been used before, and it's only being repeated as a precedent.
We're still looking forward to bringing you the Islamic service, the second phase of the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving. In the meantime, let's bring you Regional Hub.
Now, the People's National Party has petitioned the Asantehene for what it describes as unlawful suspension and human rights abuses against the Chief Justice Gertrude Araba-Isaba Torkornoo. Chief Justice Torkornoo was suspended by President Mahama on April 22, 2025 after a prima facie case was established against her. The action followed petitions submitted by private citizen Daniel Ofori, senior police officer Ayamga Akolgo, and the civic advocacy group Shining Stars of Ghana. Ibrahim Abubakar is joining us with a bit more details on this petition. Ibrahim, talk to us. This group, who they are, what it is they are aiming to have the Otumfour do in relation to the suspension of the Chief Justice. You have all of the details. Let us in on it.
National Party, PNP, and we do know that this group is a breakaway from the People's National Convention, PNC. So today, both their national and regional leadership walked to Manhyia Palace here to present a petition regarding the suspension of the Chief Justice, Gertrude Torkornoo. In fact, they are saying that this is an attack on women, not just women, but they are looking at even the legality of even the suspension, because they believe that chronicling from what the Chief Justice herself has admonished, it meant that there wasn't due diligence, thoughts or issues were not taken into consideration before the suspension. You know, with the governance, they think that they've exhausted the means of government from the judiciary, from the legislature, from the executive, and they are coming to the traditional level. They believe that the Asantehene has a voice when it comes to national governance, and for that matter, they are presenting a petition to him to also intervene and make sure that everything is done in accordance with the law. They don't want a precedent to be set so that future Chief Justice will suffer from similar fate. We earlier engaged with the leader of the People's National Party, Janet Nabila, and let's listen to what she has been saying.
We'll hear from Janet Nabila shortly, but Ibrahim, who received the petition on behalf of the Otumfour, what comments did they also have to make?
Well, it was the Secretariat. In fact, usually when petitions are brought here at the Manhyia, it is the Secretary of the Otumfour who receives it. This morning he wasn't available, but the Secretariat was open, so they handed over the petition. The assurance was that it will be forwarded to the Asantehene to also have a look and take it up from there.
Any other individuals the group hinted of wanting to petition over this matter, or it's just the Otumfour they are aiming for right now?
Well, from Asantehene, they will also be targeting religious groups, because for now they are moving away from the political elite, because they said currently, because we have a government and they do not, they believe that both the legislature, the judiciary, and even the executive have been compromised on this matter. So that's why they have decided to take this step of petitioning the traditional authorities and also moving beyond that and also petitioning the religious body to be able to intervene in this matter.
Right then, Ibrahim, thank you very much. Let's hear from Janet Nabila now when she presented that petition and spoke to journalists.
Political parties are supposed to run a country. And to run a country, whatever is happening to the Chief Justice is not part of running the country. We have seen that as an abuse, not only on the Chief Justice, but the women of Ghana. We see what the NDC, John Mahama administration, whatever they are doing to the woman as an abuse of power. And we think that since all protocols are no longer working, our justice system has become an annex of political parties. We decided that we will come to Manhyia Palace because we know that our tradition has already shown us. They were there before this democracy we inherited came along. So if our democracy is not working, we will go back to our roots and ask the chiefs, who are the custodians of the land, to tell the Mahama government, who is just renting part of the land to operate, to call him to order. So today we are here we've presented our petition. We've cried about whatever violations are emitting out to the Chief Justice. We've outlined them in the petition, and we have given it to the Otumfour's secretary.
That's Janet Nabila there speaking to journalists, bringing us to the end of Regional Hub and introducing us into By the Numbers.
Nti boye nsema horo timi course wo channel so mama no asese wo jemre e wo hada sene so ba den dia dombe domini ono yenhie mai na yensa ensomo kwanzo fufu Subcribe aha e Petition television am sure say timi jemre e wo